Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, our last video was Slammed Enough Houston, guys. Car was together. It ran great, except for I didn't realize that the strut bar, which you don't see on the car right now, the strut bar actually got in the way of the throttle and was blocking the throttle from going to full throttle. So we had to take that off. We're ordering a new one. So don't worry, we're gonna have something back on there. But as you can see, guys, the MAF is off, and we have the new tune from SS Squid for the Alpha In tune for no MAF and tune throttles. So we are gonna start it up today, see how it idles, see if we need to adjust anything. We might have to get back there and adjust the TPS sensor. I know that's probably gonna have to be messed with, but we have the car together and the lips on. Car's aired out right now, but everything is basically together. But I got some surprises or some ideas for the car for the next show, which is Import Expo, which is in June 1st, I believe. So if you can't tell, guys, I'm on the gimbal. Woo! I found it again in our move and moving into the house. I kind of lost it and wasn't using it for a while, but at Slammed Enough I used it, and I'm going to try to start using it more and more so I get some smooth camera stuff and it's not so jerky and everything for you guys. But we are going to rehook up the battery. The chip is already in, just pops in just like the old one. And we're going to see if this thing starts real quick and see how it idles and everything with the new chip without the MAF. So let's go start it. Let's see how she does. So she runs, guys. I actually think I have a slight misfire. It happened when we were driving. I think one of the coil packs is starting to go out, but that we need to check. That's a whole separate issue. But it runs and drives. It smokes a lot. As you can see, because of the exhaust, and it's running rich right now. Well, it was, but it's got a lot of excess fuel in there. But we're going to take care of that. But it runs. The idle kind of bounces, but that is the TPS sensor that we need to adjust, as I said, and get all that. We'll get this intake off, and we're going to do just open throttle body, so it's going to be great. Before I die, I'm going to turn the fan on, and we're going to take a break. I'm going to go inside, and I'll be right back. I don't know where I left off previously in this video. If not, welcome back to the channel. I don't actually know where we're at, but what we got here is we have the new chip in. I think we started it with the new chip without the MAF, and it ran. And what I was getting was a slight misfire, which I had noticed on the previous drive. So we picked up some new spark plugs. I have to admit I don't know much about spark plugs other than they spark, or what kind to use, what gap, whatever, whatnot. But the guy at O'Reilly's talked me into these spark plug E3s by, I don't know who's by. There you go. I don't know spark plugs. So I guess E3 is the company, and they're called Diamond Fire. Heck about it. See if these will change our misfire or not. It might be a coil pack, but I do know that these plugs have not been changed in 5 years. Granted, that's only like 500 miles, but they haven't been changed. But they got a pretty cool tip design on them. I don't know if you can see that or not. Supposedly it's pre-gap. Don't have to gap them. Don't have to do anything. Just shove them in there and go. So we'll see. It might be a coil pack too. Who knows? But I figured for like $5 a piece, it'd be easy enough to change them because they probably need changing anyways, and we can go about our merry lives. So let's get to it and put these spark plugs in. Let's hold the first spark plug. As you can see, that sucker is golden with fucking. So I think this might be my issue here. If you guys can see this, gonna go with that is oil all inside that whole entire spark plug hole. So I am gonna say my valve cover gasket is shot. Just a safe bet. Let's check number 2. Number 2's dry. Number 2's dry. So I'm gonna set these up in order so I know where they go. So yeah, number 1 is filled with oil. Number 3's got a little bit of oil. So I was gonna get the valve cover powder coated anyway, so might as well take it off if I'm gonna do the valve cover gasket. It's actually, I'm surprised the valve cover gasket's not the oldest thing on this car, but it's also been on there a while, and the car actually hasn't driven, and it had boost, and it had a whole bunch of stuff. In between, that one's dry. It's got a little bit of oil residue, but not bad. But number 1 was really bad. Let's pull 6 off. 6 is fine. The boot's a little eaten up. We might try Saturday and run over to the LKQ and snag some new boots if something's got it out there. Let's turn our light on and see what we got here in cylinder number 1. Cylinder number 1 is completely filled with oil. All the way. Let's see if I can get you guys over here and see if I can show you guys what we're looking at here. See if this hang on. Gotta be in the right mode for this. Guys, can you see sloppy mess in that hole? So I'm assuming the gasket on the front is bad, so we will pull this off. You can see all my paint is peeling off anyways, so perfect time to do that. I'll hit up Rin and see what he's got for availability on powder coating the whole thing, but I guess instead of pulling just the spark plugs, we'll be pulling the whole valve cover tonight. So let's snatch it all off and get the valve cover off, and we'll go from there. So guys, we got the valve cover off. The valve cover didn't look too bad, but everything else looks good, clean. Got it all covered up. Have the valve cover outside almost caught my foot there. We have the valve cover outside here. As you can see, it's nasty. We got some paint stripper. We're going to strip all the paint off, and we're actually dropping it off at Ren's for powder coating for tomorrow. He'll have it done by Friday, so we can put this back on. I'll order a new gasket and new bolts and everything, and we'll get it together. So let's hit it with some paint stripper and clean this baby up. The valve cover is off and the car is pulled apart. We drop the valve cover off at powder coating tomorrow. Already sent Ren a message and he said yes, just bring it by tomorrow. It'll be done by Friday, so we'll do that. We'll order a new gasket, we'll get everything back together, put the new spark plugs in, and done. Drive it, enjoy it, rip on it a little bit, guys. Also, if you guys didn't see my post on here and on Instagram, guys, RTD shifter or Condor short shifter. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys prefer for this car. I'm thinking the red RTD up top, kind of cool with the ITB shifting, or do I want to go like OEM plus-ish with the Condor shifter? A lot easier to shift down here, smoother, all that kind of stuff, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next video. Thanks for watching. You know, like, subscribe, and comment, guys. See you next video.